Hello everyone, my name is Rita Wang, and today I'm going to introduce you to anecdotal evidence, which is one of the faulty deduction and rhetorical fallacies. When we see anecdotal evidence, we see two words. The first word, anecdotal or anecdote, it means short stories that are told to illustrate a point or to support a claim. They are presented as being true, and oftentimes they represent real people or real events. The second word, evidence, is of course proof that in some form or another offered to defend a claim or to support a belief. Therefore, when we put the two words anecdotal and evidence together to form anecdotal evidence, it is testimony that something is true or false, related or unrelated, that is based on isolated examples of personal experience. Another thing worth mentioning is that anecdotal evidence is often compared to scientific evidence. What is scientific evidence? Scientific evidence is evidence that is based on systematic experimentation, measurement, or observation. We can see that anecdotal evidence is the complete opposite of scientific evidence because it is based solely on a person's individual experience, not by objective observation or experimentation. Now that you have understand the definition of anecdotal evidence, you may probably still have no idea of how it actually works in real life. So, I'm now going to give you a few examples of anecdotal evidence in real life. The first example is the diet pill commercials on TV. On many of these diet pill commercials, we usually see a woman talking about her own experience of how she lost a lot of weight within 1 month or within 3 months. The commercials will also give you pictures of the before and after picture of the woman. In the before picture, the woman, of course, looks very obese, fat, ugly looking, and very, very unattractive indeed. Poor her. In the after picture, the woman looks very slim, thin, good looking like $1 million. Hooray! The TV commercial will usually follow up with the personal testimony of the woman, talking about how all the previous pills that she took didn't actually work at all, and how this pill actually did the magic of transforming her from an ugly duckling to a beautiful princess. But if you believe in this kind of TV commercial, you're actually believing in anecdotal evidence. Why? Because the TV commercial is based solely on that woman's personal experience. The pill may have worked on this certain woman, but it may not have worked on the public or other people. So, the commercial is actually an example of anecdotal evidence. Another example is from my own personal experience. I have a friend who has the habit of smoking. As I was telling her the other day about how smoking has negative effects on her body, she started telling me that smoking is not as harmful as I think. She gave an example of how she has seen a case where there is an indigenous old guy who lived to 96 years old and is yet a heavy chain smoker. What she is trying to say is that smoking is not as related to health as I think, because if it is, how can the old man live to 96 years old without getting any lung cancer or any other diseases? But from this example, you can see that it is an anecdotal evidence, because she is basing her claim that smoking is not related to health based on one person's own experience, that indigenous old guy who lived to 96 years old. But a lot of scientific studies have shown that smoking can lead to lung cancer and a lot of other diseases. Therefore, the example that she gave me can be seen as anecdotal evidence, because what happened to the old guy who lived to 96 years old and is yet a heavy chain smoker, his case cannot be applied to other people. It can only be seen as its own personal experience. Not everyone can smoke and live to 96 years old. Therefore, It is in a case that is based solely on one person's experience. But a lot of other studies have shown that smoking can induce health-related problems such as lung cancer and other diseases, and therefore the old guy's case can only be seen as an example of anecdotal evidence. What anecdotal evidence is. Thanks for watching.